Hi Virgo, welcome to your singles love reading. This is a love reading for Virgo singles, sun, moon, or rising sign. So if this video doesn't resonate for you, and if you have the time, I encourage you to check out your moon and or rising signs. Also, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has booked a personal reading with me. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, the instructions to do so are down below in the description box. So Virgo, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Before I start reading the cards, I just want to let you know that something interesting happened when I was getting set up for this reading. That actually has never happened to me before. When I was lighting this candle, I don't know what happened exactly, but a big flame came out. And I don't even think that's ever happened to me before in my life. Not even just lighting candles for readings, just in general. I don't know what happened. I was just lighting it normally like I always do, and then this big flame poofed out. And then it was gone a second later. So I don't know what happened, but I just wanted to tell you that made me feel like you Virgos have some kind of big flame of passion that you're going through right now. You guys could be angry about something. You could have a lot of lust toward someone or just in general. So that might apply to some of you Virgos. Anyways, let's get started with the reading. The first card you have is your current state as a single Virgo. You have the Ten of Wands reversed. The Ten of Wands reversed is all about releasing burdens. So this is great, Virgos. You guys might have had a lot on your plate for a very long time. Maybe you guys were really engaged with work or school or some kind of projects you're working on. Maybe you're trying to meet people and date people. All the above, whatever it is, it feels like you had a lot of responsibilities and you're starting to release some of those. And it could be, coming toward the end of the year, you're ready to kind of relax a little bit and not work so hard. The Ten of Wands reverse could also be seen as shifting responsibility. So you Virgos might be delegating out more responsibility to other people so that you can kind of have a little bit of a break. And this makes sense for you Virgos because you Virgos are very work-centric, so you guys might have been working on a lot of things all year and you're just starting to release some of the burden, some of the hustle, just so you can relax a little bit. And it could be that when you do this, you start to think about love and romance more. Maybe you haven't had time to think about it. You've just been in work mode. Maybe you've just been burying yourself in work so you don't have to think about it. It could be something like that. But yeah, it feels like at this time you guys are starting to release some of those burdens so that you guys can have a little bit of break, a little bit of breathing room. But it's still a Ten of Wands, so it's telling me that, it's kind of still orbiting around you. It's still in your energy field. You might have released some responsibilities, but you might still be thinking about them a lot. You might even be contemplating picking them up back again in the future. So just keep that in mind that I am seeing a release of tasks, a release of responsibilities, but you guys are still kind of thinking about it a little bit, which makes sense for Virgos that really like to do a lot of work, it seems. So the second card you have is what you want in love. You have the Death card, Virgo. I see this as a great card, actually. I see that what you want, if and when you are ready to come together with someone, there is a pattern or a way of being or a technique or approach that you really want to let die. You are ready to let die. So what is it? I don't know. You would need to book a personal reading with me to get more specific information because it's going to be different for each of you Virgos. But there's something about an approach to dating or being in a relationship that you guys have seen for some reason at this time doesn't work and you're ready to let it go. And this also tells me that what you want in love is a fresh new beginning. You want transformation. Okay, you want something transformative. You want a connection with someone that is going to transform you. Yeah. You're ready to let an old part of yourself die, and you're kind of seeing, coming together in a relationship, it seems like a logical space for you to do this for some reason. Maybe you were hanging on to a lot of hurt or just outweighted. Oh, you sent me, oh my God. outdated ways of viewing things or approaching things, and it's kind of like you're ready to let that go. You're ready to like start over new. You want to try something new. You want to try a different pattern, a different approach. Yeah, this is wanting to start all over and let something new grow in its place. Something that just wasn't working for you for a while, and you're realizing this. Maybe it's because of this Ten of Wands reverse, where you're releasing some burdens, and it's creating the space for you to really contemplate what needs to change moving forward if you're trying to meet someone romantically as a single Virgo. So yeah, you want freshness, you want newness, you want to leave the past behind and step into the future is really what the main point is with this Death card. So, the third card you have, sorry if I'm sighing a lot, I think I had a little too much caffeine, so I'm like, so the third card you have is what you've learned in love. You have the Four of Cups reversed. So, this is interesting. This is telling me that you have, in the recent past, probably spent a lot of time in contemplation, analyzing, kind of mulling over in your mind, maybe the past, you know, which makes sense with this Death card of wanting to let the past go. You've been thinking about the past and how romantic connections in the past may have worked or not worked. It's like you're looking back and saying, well, what worked, what not, what worked, what didn't work, what do I need to change, what can be better, things like that. You were kind of analyzing the past and romantic relationship, maybe even analyzing yourself of how you show up in relationship or something like that. And the Four of Cups reversed for me is always wanting to come out and explore new possibilities in love. So this card it makes perfect sense for this position actually. It's kind of like you're coming out of a mode, maybe you were spending a lot of time alone and you were thinking, maybe overthinking, playing something in your brain over and over again. And you've learned the lesson and you're ready to let that go. And you want to come into a new possibility, a new beginning. So, Virgo, this is good. This is good energy. I mean, both of these cards, the Death card being what you want in love and what you've learned in love being the Four of Cups reversed, these are both telling me that you guys have done a lot of soul searching and thinking, and you're really ready to let something go. You want a brand new beginning. The Death card and the Four of Cups reversed are both about brand new beginnings, starting over. So Virgos, you guys are really releasing, and the Ten of Wands reverse is releasing too, so you guys are releasing like mofos right now, just releasing a ton of shit with all three of these cards. I just realized you Virgos are in a releasing season, which is pretty incredible, Virgos. I mean, it's really hard to release old junk. You know, we hang on to it because we tend to over-identify with things and we don't want to let things go because it's uncomfortable, but I mean, this is telling me that you guys are really ready to let a lot of stuff go. And when you do that, it's creating space for something new. That's what the Death card is all about, is creating space so that something new can come in. And you guys are kind of setting up the environment to be able to do this, is what these three cards are telling me. So you Virgos, you single Virgos, it seems like you kind of are trying to set up a space so that you can meet someone successfully. It's kind of like taking steps to do that. So that's really great, Virgo. If this is your reading, you should be proud of yourself. The fourth card is what holds you back from love at this time. It's the King of Wands reversed. So honestly, not going to lie, it's not a great energy. The King of Wands reversed is kind of a tyrant. The King of Wands reversed could be a player. Maybe some of you Virgos have your eye on a lot of different people and you can't decide who you really want to move forward with and explore further with. The King of Wands reversed could also be very harsh and opinionated, quarrelsome, overly critical, overly judgmental. The King of Wands reversed is kind of like, kind of just someone being mean, to be honest. I'm sorry, Virgos, I'm being honest. The King of Wands reversed, they're just a little harsh. They could be impatient. They could be hot-headed, maybe getting a little angry. And yeah, just being overly critical, perhaps, of people or potential people that you would maybe come together with at this time, Virgo. So this is really holding you back right now, you know. if this is your reading and if you're in this energy right now, people around you are not responding well to it. They're not liking it. And if you feel like you're not this way, Virgo, it doesn't really matter, because this is how you're coming off to others, is what the point is. Okay, so you really need to be willing to look at that. If this is your reading, it's saying that people are kind of feeling kind of put off by you. They're kind of seeing you as being the King of Wands reversed. The King of Wands is like, in the low side, is like, they're kind of being loud and annoying maybe. They're kind of, they're being harsh, like they're pointing their finger and like telling everyone what they're doing wrong or something like that. Yeah, just being a little too overcritical, maybe prone to arguments. Maybe if you're Virgo's, like if you guys feel like you're arguing with everyone right now, this could be why, and it's because you're in this King of Wands reverse energy. And I don't know what is going on. Maybe you guys feel insecure on some level and you're projecting that out. I don't know exactly what it is. It's going to be different for each of you Virgos, but just kind of, you're coming off that way right now. And maybe it's because you're coming out of this Four of Cups energy. Maybe you have kind of been spending a lot of time alone, and now you're kind of coming back into the world, and maybe you kind of need to readjust and learn how to play with others again. Maybe it's something like that. Okay, the fifth card you guys have is any kind of present opportunities for love. It's a Knight of Cups reversed. So Virgos, I'm going to be honest, I don't like the energy of this card, and I especially don't like it because of the final card, which we'll get to in a minute when we're done with this one. So the Knight of Cups reversed, okay? This is someone who's like rushing towards you in love, but they may not have the best intentions, okay? They could be self-serving. Okay, the Knight of Cup in the upright, he's bringing his cup of love. In the reverse, it's the opposite. It's like, it's a self-serving energy. They want to make themselves feel better. They want to get what they want. So you Virgos, just be aware that this is telling me that, if this is your reading, this is telling me that there's someone who has their eye on you, and they kind of want to get something out of you. Okay, there's something that they want to get out of you. I don't know what it is, but it has to do with them. It doesn't have to do with you. They want to take advantage of you in some way. They could be appearing as a Knight of Cups with pure intentions, wanting to offer goodness and sweetness, but it's fake, basically, is what it's saying here with this Knight of Cups reverse. Yeah. So because it's the Knight of Cups, it's kind of telling me that it might be like because the cups have to do with love. It could be in a deliberate dating space. It's not. It feels like it would likely be that instead of just meeting someone randomly. Maybe it's dating apps or dating online, or maybe you go out somewhere and there's a lot of single people around, and it's kind of like, it's something like that where it was kind of set up or intentioned to meet someone, and this person comes towards you perhaps in an environment like that. And yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. It's going to be different for each of you Virgos, but it feels like this person doesn't have the cleanest and purest intentions towards you. It's they might see you as an easy target of something that they can get that they want. I don't know what it is. You guys need to look at that if this is your reading, but that's what it's saying here. Okay, so just keep that in mind, Virgos, if that ends up making sense for you in the near future. The sixth and final card is characteristics of a potential lover. And this is what I was saying a minute ago, that I didn't like this card either. It's a Two of Wands reversed. So I feel like this is connected to the last card, the Knight of Cups reversed, with present opportunities for love, and this now being a characteristic of a potential person coming into your life. This person is very impatient and antsy. They might come off demanding. So, I don't know, Virgos. It's like someone wants something out of you, and they're very impatient about it. They could be demanding, okay? And it feels like maybe perhaps they're trying to manipulate you, okay? I'm sorry. I wish that there was different cards here for you, Virgos, but I have to be honest with what I'm seeing here. Yeah. They're reacting to you, Virgo, like, because you Virgos tend to move more slow and methodical, and they are kind of wanting to move very quickly with you, but it's just, and I'm not saying necessarily that their intentions are all bad, you know, like, very rarely in life are issues that black and white, but it's just like, I don't know, there's something not right here. They might, you know, have good parts about themselves, but it's like they're rushing you or they're making you uncomfortable. There's something about you or your life or something you have that they want. It's not 100% about you. There's something that they feel like you're going to give to them or help them with. And they haven't been honest about that. They won't be honest about that if you come across meeting this person. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, Virgo. So just keep that in mind that if someone is if you kind of sense in the near future someone rushing towards you a little haphazardly or intensely or kind of sloppily or something like that, just keep that in mind that there might be something about this person that's not 100% on the up and up, and you might just want to take some precautions. And maybe this is just an energy that they're in right now. Maybe they're going through a desperation or a hard time. It's not necessarily that they're a bad person. Maybe it's not who they really are, and they'll come out of this energy in the future. If this ends up being a person that you meet in the near future. So just keep that in mind. It's not necessarily that they're all bad. But I'm picking up on this energy of them being a little pushy, a little in your face, and there's something that they want from you. So you'll have to see what that means for you if this is your reading, Virgo. So I pulled a final card to top off the reading. It's an oracle card from an oracle deck called Rumi's Gift. For those of you who don't know, Rumi was a Persian poet from the 12th century. He was a Sufi, which is the mystical tradition of Islam. He wrote a lot of poems about love, but the deeper meaning of his poems were about God or the nature of reality. And this deck of cards has art and different words and phrases that correspond to a Rumi poem, and you got the path. So Virgos, this could be seen a couple different ways. It could be your path in life, it could be a spiritual path, it could be your path to love, to meeting someone. So it's kind of saying that there is a path. There's a path for you that perhaps you are paving at this time, that you need to walk on. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to read the poem and not give any other comments, and that'll be the end of your reading. Being lost is my religion. Finding emptiness in everything is my path. Why should I go around the world searching for treasures when my beloved is right here inside my heart? So that's what I have for you, Virgos. I hope this reading was helpful. If it resonated for you, please let me know in the comment section below. That's really helpful for me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, the instructions to do so are in the description box below. Thank you so much, Virgos. I will see you next time, okay? Bye.